Okay guys, so now that we finished creating our shot sprite, we're going to go ahead and start coding it. So the first thing that we're going to do is go inside of the yellow events tab, and we're going to add a when I receive green flag. We're going to go into looks and add a set size. Now you're going to have to be very careful because the size has to make sure that it's small enough to where it's not touching the edge, since one of our code is going to be deleting it when it does, because when it shoots, you want it to focus on touching this edge before it loses. But if it's too big, so if I click on it right now, you can see that mine is just a perfect size. But if it is too big, you can just go ahead and change it. So I'm going to put this at 50 for right now. We're going to go into looks and add a hide underneath that. And then we're going to create the cloning. So we're going to go into control and add a forever if then. Instead of the diamond shape of the if, we're going to go into sensing and add a key space press, since that's what we want to use in order to shoot. And then we're going to go into control and add create clone of myself and a wait 1 second right underneath that. So this will create the clone and also give it a little bit of a wait time just to make sure that we're not spamming it. The next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is, still inside of control, we're going to add a when I start as a clone. Then we're going to go into looks and add a show. We're going to go into the blue motions tab and we're going to add a go to because we want to make sure that it snaps to our player. So we're going to change random position to player. Next, we want to make sure that it continues moving until it touches the edge. So we're going to go into control and add a repeat until. We're going to go into sensing and use touching mouse pointer and change this to edge. So once it touches the edge, we then want it to make sure it gets deleted. So in control, we're going to add delete this clone right at the bottom. And then to make sure that it moves all the way across, we're going to go into the blue motions tab. We're going to add a change Y by 10. So if we go ahead and test it out right now, we can click on the green flag and click on play. We can still move and we're able to shoot. So if you see the size of it, it has to be that small. So if you don't see your shooting coming out of your player, what that means is the size is still too big and it's probably touching the edge. So you'll want to make it smaller until it's able to then fire. So if you can see now, my firing doesn't do anything to my enemies. So what we need to do is we need to stop playing the game, go into our enemy, where the bottom code is, where it's changing the score to 1, we want to change a mouse pointer to our shot. And we also want to make sure, just in case, that our enemy is showing. So above the set score, we're just going to go into looks and add a go to front layer. And we're going to do that for both of them, or for however much you have. So we're going to add a go to front layer above the set score. And then we're going to go ahead and change this mouse pointer to shot. So now when I play my game, I'm able to move, and I'm also able to shoot as well. Okay, so now I know that everything's all set.